If only there was a way to fast forward 3 days into the future.
Wait, hold on, don't do that.
Wow, the future. Hey, why are there bombs outside? I have to work on my review. Cat, let's go back to the past. Word of advice. Don't try and travel through time to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate early. It will only cause problems, and it's probably worse than pirating, just by like a little bit. Man, it feels like my mind has been split across different timelines, potentialities. Like one of them, I made it so Joker from Persona 5 was in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Another one, I owned a dinner pancake restaurant chain. And then this weird one, I made it so Dick Vitale's also made a college. Whatever, it's ridiculous. I need something to make me feel like myself. I need something to make it so I can feel like Alax again. No Smash Tour? That's right, I'm back at it again, talking about one menu in a children's platform fighting game. And they call me an adult. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate does so much right with its UI and menu. It blows all other Smash games out of the water, honestly. I guess when your tagline is everything is here, you kinda have some big shoes to fill. In terms of UI, it makes some interesting design choices to allow even new players to navigate the menus intuitively. Though at first sight, it may seem a bit too simple. Because let's say you just got the game, you boot it up and see... What is this, a Fisher-Price toy? Okay, on the surface, sure, it kinda looks but I think the top menu is meant to be this way. Think of it as you're playing on just the tablet. It makes it so all of the options and all of the choices to enter the game are seamlessly integrated so you can see exactly how you want to go into it. And for a game like Smash, it's both fun, but also concise and very detailed. Admittedly, yes, it is a bit static, but once you peel back those layers... do you know what this reminds me of? It starts with a P, has a graffiti look to it. That's right! The Pro Skater menu! Sakurai, I didn't know you were a man of culture. Sakurai did make remarks about Persona 5's menu and design and praised it for one of the best he's ever seen in all of gaming. And it seems like that made its way into Smash Ultimate. The way the menus dynamically open up into new options. The keen detail to represent ideas by one color. Although Mr. Sakurai is very clean. And fun fact, if you didn't notice, each of these menus have a different pattern behind these colors. Triangles, circles, stripes, large circles, and rhombuses. Yeah, but 10 out of 10 game if I ever saw one. Also, I love these little portraits on the side. Zelda thinking of every single way she's gonna torture you, featuring Cappy. Link and Zelda sharing some popcorn as they watch all their friends die. And Robin teaching the kids about Mewtwo puberty. But what are these categories for anyways? You have Smash, Vault, Online, and... I actually like this game some more. That's right. I've moved to the dark side. Now, it may be that traveling through space and time has warped my brain to look like the inside of a pumpkin, but this game some more actually makes sense. Obviously, we have Spirits mode, which I'm not going to talk about in this video because, oh my god! There's so much! The Wii balance board's gonna break me, Mario! But here, boom, the main mode, Classic. Followed up by Mob Smash and the new and improved Training mode. And All-Star's finally been delegated to a multi-man mode because we finally realized that it's impossible to do with 70 characters. And wouldn't you know it, training isn't hidden under the debris of a fallen building anymore. Great work! And, these things, if you're into that sort of stuff. Oof. And these other modes are categorized accordingly as well. If you remember my last menus video, I spoke about how Brawl was on the right track, organizing all of the most important modes into the menu categories. This game follows suit because, Jesus Christ, it is beautiful. Many of them are as they were in the past, but when it comes to concise menu organization, some things just don't make the cut. Enter the Z button. Yeah, this lets you go to a sidebar anytime you're on this top menu, and lets you just jump to a bunch of things. And options being here is crucial, because it's not like it's one mode, it affects all parts of the game. Though I'm not sure, like, these were the best choices. Options and manual, that makes sense. But I would have put controls in the shop here as well. But you can't access this menu option in some places, which is weird. It's kind of the whole point, right? You can only do it when you're deep in some menus, but if you're on the character select screen or stages, places where you actually might want to go back to the home menu, sorry, shift's over, can't do it. Anyways, I think many of this game's UI choices stem from its theme of customization, or everything is here. I think the most notable change in all of this UI is how you select a match in the Smash mode. And I'm not just talking about a bunny hood heavy gravity metal HP battle. Do I look like someone who has self-respect? In past games it was like, alright, let's select a mode, get our characters going, alright, let's change the rules, wait 5 minutes for that to load, then go back, pick a state, oh god, I didn't mean Yoshi's Woolly World. Now it's like this. Rules, stages, and then characters. Pfft, yeah, next thing you're gonna tell me something is backwards is they're gonna make a Sonic movie in Can I opt out of next year? But for me, though it seems backwards, it does make sense. No more of the days of always setting up the rules after each startup. Now, you can save your rule sets, meaning they'll always be there forever, and you can just fight how you want. Whether totally tournament friendly, hazard chaos, or a mix of both. And that's just swell. Even they know Yellow Devil ruined this stage. And back to these, they're just so cute. Look at Luigi getting all scared of the advanced options. Turning pause on or off is just pausing for tea. And Villager being like, hey, second place ain't too bad. Then, it's onto stage selection. At first, that may not even make sense, but the way Mr. Sakurai foretold it is he believed that you should know where your fighter's gonna be before you choose him, which does make sense. I never want to relive this. But, the stage selection screen. Sometimes I think Sakurai just likes to brag about how awesome his games are. I mean, look at this resume of stages. That's why the selection UI makes it oh so helpful to choose one. It helps manage both the chaos and my commitment issues. Observe. No, I don't want to play on Piss World! Ooh. Yes, they give you a small window of time to cancel your option. Very small, but thank God I'd never have to accidentally play on Spear Pillar again. Not only this, but have you ever wanted to choose the music? Well, press that Y button and feel the euphoria of... And now you have the option, other than in My Music, to choose the song you want to hear right as you go into the battle. Thank God I can listen to my favorite song, Trouble Brewing 2 from Codename Steam. This game has everything. And finally, the character select screen. In the past, I've made my concessions on how it's organized. Wii U and 3DS was by the date of the series debut. Sort of. Brawl was organized into the series of each character, and Melee was, Melee. But with Ultimate, it continues with the theme you see on the website of Everyone is Here, organizing each character to when they first joined the Smash series. I guess I have it pounded into my mind by now which characters appeared when in each series after doing Know Your Moves and whatnot, so this works for me. And a good thing is once you get all the characters, the original 13 are at the top row. Yep, 13, look at all 13 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13! But I also kinda like how these characters are randomly assorted across the roster. I don't know, just something about the 3 best asses in Smash being right next to each other, it just feels so right. And the UI enhancements continue here. You can have players being added and dropped very easily on the side. As well, it remembers your name every time you start a battle. Yes, please. Speaking of which, let's get into one. Boom. Every YouTube thumbnail for this game. And, well, the battle UI speaks for itself. Character portraits turn 5 degrees, so they're a diamond. Every stock icon being represented by a sprite of the character. It's something I really appreciate for characters like Pac-Man, Game & Watch, Sonic. And in battle, there are a bunch of small, tiny enhancements to the game that make planning your attack or your next move easier, as well as just being hype. The stock indicator is a treat for spectators, as are the zoom-ins for the characters when you're about to KO someone. Names are now displayed below beside the fighter icon like how most traditional fighters do it.
I forgot to say this, but characters that are weird, they have it shown on the menu like Robin's left sword and Villager's pocket.
And if that doesn't tell you that this game was thought about competitive play significantly, I don't know what to tell you. The pairing system also makes it easier to see when you have frame advantage with the that happens. Even in Spirits mode, it gives you an on-screen indicator when a stat change is about to happen, which is very helpful when your opponent all of a sudden regains all their health. And if that weren't enough, about to lose? Pause. And this menu is far expanded than anything it ever was in the past. You could quit and be a big butt baby, or you could look at these other options. The camera has vastly been improved from before, allowing for easier navigation and exploration of stages. You can even add filters if you have low self-esteem. And not only that, but you can even see move lists for all characters in the game, which I really appreciate as a fan because most of the time I have to rely on wikis. And when you finish a battle, the victory screen, it continues with the style. Usually a frantic zoom into the character with a cool pose, having a dynamic camera and a burst effect. Yeah, you know, your pants are already wet, now they're soaked. I don't know, it's just impressive that they made this game so customizable that any type of player could enjoy it in any way they wanted, whether you're just fine with playing it as is or you're super obsessively specific with how you want to do things. The controls menu being concise yet detailed so you can fix your controller however jankily you want it. The training mode with options to display trajectory. The music and sound selection making listening and selecting music intuitive for your ears to cry at. And now I can listen to Karam's voice lines exclusively!
How about this? Out of my way! How about this?
And to many of you, this doesn't even matter. This isn't even the gameplay, but to me, this is organizing all aspects of the game so it can be the most enjoyable. And I think it's one of my favorite parts of this game.
What about spirits mode?
Ah! A floating Ganondorf amiibo!
No. I'm a spirit. Get it? Spirits mode?
Have you come to save me from this hell? All I've been eating are dinner pancakes.
No. I am a ghost of Smash Brothers past. I'm one of 3 ghosts that will visit you on
Wait
this
a minute,
day.
is my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate review going to be formatted like a Christmas Carol?
Now, remember your Smash Brothers past.
Wait, what?
Remember
I'm
your
not even a
Smash
Scrooge.
Brothers
I love all the
past.
Smash Brothers.
Remember me!